Fred.
Hey, we gotta get going.
Come on, let's go click it. Hit it, boss.
Call to order the West Baton Rouge Parish Fire Protection District Number 1 Board of Commissioners meeting. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Mike Moranto to please lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. Appreciate that. Board login attendance. Good. Item 4, approval of minutes. A, approval of minutes from the regular meeting of September 8, 2022. If everybody's had a chance to look at those minutes. I have a motion by Mr. Crowe, second by Mr. Lane to approve. Sir. We'll go ahead and start a vote. Minutes are approved. Item 5, public comments. Anyone from the public? Anyone from the public have anything to comment at this time? If not, we'll move forward. Item 6, Fire Superintendent Report. Mr. Butch Browning.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, honorable council members. I first off appreciate you all, moving this meeting earlier up so we could discuss an issue that we've been talking about in our reorganization and moving forward. I provided with you all some information several meetings ago in reference to our desire to move forward to improve our training program and to improve our community risk reduction and fire prevention programs, and that requires us to hire 2 people to do that. And I would like to explain those positions and how we move forward with that. That is covered within the monies we have right now in the budget, but it would take your action to approve the position. So it's spending existing money that we have budgeted right now. So the need for these 2 positions are very paramount. I'll take the training officer position first. One of the things that we are lacking that we have identified coming in is we don't have a unified training program and a person to provide the training. So we're training about 80 people right now without having that position. So what we pledged to do is to commit someone to do our daily shift training, manage our training program, and do all of our volunteer training. Most of that occurs at night. Coupled with, when you look at our fire rating, we've only been achieving about 3 of the potential 9 points on the fire rating as it relates to training. So this person will ensure that we do all the required training with our full-time people and do our best to get as much training with our volunteers to leverage a better rating. But at the end of the day, what this is really about is to provide the proper tools and safety for our firefighters. You know, you perform the way you train. And the better your training program is, the better we're going to perform. So this position is essential as we move forward as a parish-wide department. The other position is our fire prevention person, which will handle our community risk reduction. 4 years ago, the rating system changed, the 100 points on the rating. 2 points were committed to fire prevention. Now 10 points of that rating is committed to fire prevention. And why? Because if that job is done properly, we prevent fires, we prevent accidents, and we prevent injuries. So what this position would do, which is a lot of work for one person, this person, number one, would have to physically make inspections on every commercial property in the parish every year. So that's the biggest bulk of work that they do. The second biggest piece that they do is they manage our community risk reduction, which is going into the schools, going into our different parts of the community and teach fire safety and accident prevention. The other little piece that they do is ensure that when there is a fire that we're properly investigating that fire and determining if that fire needs further investigation by a criminal investigation agency. Again, this is important for us organizing the things that we do. I mean, if we're going to grow and move into the next step, it's essential. You'll find these positions in nearly every fire department to some degree. Certainly the size that we are, you'd find full-time people, if not more than 2. You'd probably have other numbers depending on their need. But I think it's what we have to start our organization. So incidents that's happened in the past where we don't have fire reports, we don't have documentation on hydrant testing, all these kind of things, these people bring about that organization. So I could go on and on. I'll certainly answer any questions that you have, but it is certainly our desire to to get the permission from this body to create those positions and move forward.
Okay, thank you, sir. Commissioners, board? Mr. Kershaw?
Mr. Butch, so you got two positions at 85,000, so of course, a little simple math tells you that's 170. But do we have budgeted funds in the current year to handle this 170, plus any hospitalization costs, plus the employer side of the firefighters' retirement system? All that's cooked in, and you're saying we have enough money during the current year. We can address next year's budget at budget time coming up in a couple of weeks, but if we approve these two, all that's baked into our current budget, right?
Yes, sir. You won't need to amend the dollars in that budget. What you're amending or authorizing is us to add these positions. So there is money in the budget to cover those costs.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Do we need a motion? Do we have to approve?
Yeah, it's a resolution we got to approve. Any other board members have anything to say? Any comments? Okay, so it looks like I have a motion by Mr. Kershaw, second by Mr. Walker, to approve. Mr. Kershaw?
Yes.
To approve this resolution. Any more discussion amongst the board? If not, we'll go ahead and start a vote. That resolution passed. Okay,
Thank you,
we're going to adjourn.
Thank you.
We're going to resume the council meeting, regular time, 5:30.
Thank you, Butch.
David, you see how easy that was? Man presented his facts, went on with the program.